Today on PBC, all right, we have Mr. Shamar here. All right, he's gonna be
Nice to meet
talking
you.
to us. All right, we got a little exclusive interview. All right, we also have Mr. Bernie over there. All right, on the right, we have Mr. Cowboy on the left. We have Mr. Greg Walton himself next to me right now, and then Mr. Albert Gramps. All right. So what inspired you to join the SID unit then, Shmal? Talk to me.
Well, I flew into the sea and I saw there was countless amounts of crimes going on day in, day out, and not enough officers were taking the job seriously. So I thought I'd step up and try and make a difference in the city. So I moved in and I went straight to PD, went my way up in the ranks and that. Uh, Looked for a division, and SID just looked like the right one for me because I really do enjoy the investigation side of everything.
That's great. That kind of leads on to me next question, to be honest. So, like in terms of investigations, right? What has probably been the most challenging case you've actually worked on?
Well, we've had quite a few recently, but it's trying to get. I'll summarize like this. So we try and focus on gangs that are active. So we had a really active gang that was in and out of the city. There was stealing cars and stuff like that. I can't go too much into detail with it, but it's it's hard to try and gather as much intelligence on them as possible without blowing your cover. You know what I mean? You can't go back and forth every day and be like, "Oh, do this, do that." You know what I mean? Because it's really stressful. But I absolutely love them type of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, no, me completely get it. Bernie, me, you probably gotta have a question to do with that next. Me not gonna lie.
Yeah, man. So obviously, first of all, hello, man. You know,
Nice to meet you,
um,
brother.
so how do you go about gathering clues? Without like alerting your kind of suspects.
Well, we can go about it in all kinds of fashion. So, like, if need be, I can use some of my own money, which I have strictly for the purpose of gathering intelligence like that. And then I can go and buy, say, a weapon off someone, and that will be handed over to my higher ups, or I can log it myself at this point. And that would just go into an evidence locker and stuff like that. So, without giving it away, we uh, we do what you do, but legally. You know what I mean?
All right, cool, cool. Um, so what would you say like skills are the most important to be a SID officer?
Honestly, I'd say you've got to be a bit of a talker. If you could talk a bit of shit, mate, you could get away with a lot. You know what I mean? If you can sit there and waffle about being Pablo Escobar yourself, then you're gonna get away with a whole lot in the
Me
city. You
can
know what I mean?
waffle for fucking the city, man. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat, brother.
Fuck's sake. Me just putting my phone on do not disturb because me literally swear to God every time. Right, okay, cool. Let me click that and then we start. Right, cool. Right. So, in regards to like these kinds of skills, right? Obviously, one of them's got to be this kind of crucial point, right? So, how do you handle the pressure during these critical investigations? You know, like when you're trying not to blow your cover, like obviously there must be a lot of pressure upon you as an officer, you know.
Yeah, definitely. It's something we all struggle with. There's a lot of officers that will eventually reveal themselves by mistake, or well, to protect themselves if they're in a really sticky situation. But me personally, if I feel like I'm under threat, even like an ounce of it, I'm out of there. You know what I mean? I'm not sticking around for nothing. I'm in and I get what I've got, and I'm gone. I'm not sticking around to potentially blow my cover. I've probably been in and out of 100 compounds, healing, doing this, that, the other. So far, touch wood, I've not been caught.
So, like you say, you've been undercover, right?
A couple of times, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, could you possibly give us a little insight on what it was like to kind of be, obviously, a police officer by normal profession, but to kind of obviously see an insight of what life's like from the other side, you know?
Well, I've been in some really tough situations myself. Like, I've been in situations where people have had guns to them, and I'm there ready to stop them back. I just can't. You know what I mean? I'm too deep in. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
with
man.
pressure building like that, it's really intense, and at some points you don't know where to run to or what to do. But as long as you can stay calm and collected in yourself, then I feel like you can definitely make a difference in the city and do your job correctly. You know what I mean?
Man, no, definitely, definitely. Bernie, you want to go?
All right. So what's the most surprising thing you've like come across in a case?
I've walked in on a couple of scenes where you just want to walk straight back out of. I'm trying to think of an example, but there's been so many. It's like one doesn't outrank the next. It's a difficult one to answer that one. I'll be real with you.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Me see some crazy things in the city too, man. So we
Yeah,
have kind of a
I'm
rough
sure you can.
idea, like
Yeah,
the sort of
exactly.
ballpark you're talking about here. And viewers, me sure you know as well. Right. How do you decide like who to trust during an investigation, or do you keep it very, very cards close to chest kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly that. I don't when conducting an investigation myself, I don't trust a soul. So like I could be a compound and I know the person I've spoke to a million times or whatever, but I'm not trusting them further than I can throw them. You know what I mean? It's gonna be straight to the point. Can I get this? Can I get that? And I'm out of there. I'm not sticking around to have a chat and see how your day's going. Really, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
It's very tough to try and trust someone in the in the city. It's a tough one, mate. It's a tough one.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, if you wasn't a CID officer, right? What job do you think you would be doing instead?
I believe I actually touched on this before we started the interview. I'd definitely be over here with you guys. I absolutely love the way that your organization's ran at the moment, and feel like you guys are going to go far in what you're doing at the minute. So
We really appreciate that, man. We really
I'd
do.
definitely be over here with you guys.
And this one's a little bit
All
more
right, big up, man.
personal,
Thank you.
right? So sorry to interrupt there, Bernie. Uh, what do you like to do in your free time to relax after solving these like hard cases? Because obviously you're gonna need some wind down time.
Well, me like to puff on the ganja, you know,
All
legally.
right.
Respect.
Well,
Legally.
I've got a medical license. I'm sure people, might like to check that out, but yeah, me like to chill out,
Brother, me
go down to the
hope not.
beach. I like to go down to the beach, have a swim in that, go to the shooting range with the boys, have a laugh, get some strippers in, a couple of bevies, standard stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, no standard. All right. Well, look, that's it there, man. We're gonna keep that there. So this has been Ernie Brookshot. Mr. Cowboy, Mr. Greg Walton, Mr. Gramps on me right, we have Mr. Bernie over there, and more importantly, the guest of today's show, SID officer himself, Shmal. All right, and this is gonna be us signing off, everybody. So thank you for tuning in.